I had to leave my home when I was 17, and I stayed with a relative until I was 18, and then I got my own apartment. I'll never forget the feeling of standing in a house at 18, a huge empty house, thinking, I'm responsible for this. I learned a lot of lessons the hard way, that's for sure. You know, if you don't pay your heat, they shut your heat off, or if you don't save money aside for groceries, you should probably figure out someone's house to eat at that night. It was hard. Exactly what I make would end up exactly what I had to pay in bills, so I could never get ahead. And I just thought, like, I don't think this is the life I want to live forever. Well, I saw a commercial for West Shore, and I was like, oh, I should go to school. And so I started going through the process, and then I got to the financial portion. For me, it was a lot of money, and I just lost it. I cried because I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I picked up extra shifts at the restaurant, and at one point I had 3 jobs, and I ended up working for 3 years to try to get that first amount. And so I came and enrolled in 3 classes, and I loved it. It was so much fun. I just couldn't wait to get out of work so I could get to class, because that's where the exciting things were happening. That first year was still really hard because I was going to school full-time and working full-time and trying to take care of all my bills. It was a lot for one person. At one point, I sat in Marcus's office and I'm like, Marcus, I don't know what to do. I have a $300 payment coming up. I have books that I need to get for next semester. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for this. And he's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. And so then the next day, he presented me with a $500 scholarship, and I just couldn't believe it.
So I met Hannah last year. Some of the things that she told me, I was taken aback because I would have never known. I think when you have to work hard for something, you appreciate it a lot more, and I think that's just really cool about her.
Oftentimes we find the biggest barrier to someone continuing their education is the financial ability to do that. So that's really where we step in and help as many students as we possibly can.
It just felt like for the first time someone believed in me. And so I applied for our general scholarship fund, and that's when I was awarded a huge scholarship. Well, big in my eyes.
It makes me really have respect for the school as a whole, because there are students, not just Hannah, but there are other students who have struggles, and knowing that they can get the help that they need shows a lot of character for the college itself.
We often see it as degrees, but it's not just about that education. It's that we can raise their hopes and dreams to another level.
At one point I was working here full time. I was our student senate president. It was life-changing, really. It just gave me this confidence that I had never had before.
Everybody at some point got a push from somebody, whether it was a mentor, a boss, a relative, and really that's what we're trying to do is, again, raise the money and invest that money back in our students and our community.
It helps these people that could have an amazing future succeed and thrive in a way that they might not have if they didn't have the help from West Shore Community College.
If I didn't have all of the staff and faculty and even students supporting me and loving me, I'd be working that same job.
Look at the possibilities, and sometimes it's time, sometimes it's talent, sometimes it's in-kind. It doesn't have to be $1 million for it to make a difference. It can be volunteering for something, it makes a difference. It can be mentoring a student, it makes a difference. So it all matters.
When you decide to partner with us by giving to the foundation, you are investing in our students and you are really transforming many lives in our community.
School wasn't going to be an option, and now it is. I want to be that change in someone's life. I want to pay that forward.